Did you know that you do not have to completely remove carbohydrates from your diet in order to improve your blood sugar? In fact, for many people, the most effective first step is not cutting out entire food groups. It is learning how to add the right foods in the right way. Because when you give your body the foods that slow glucose absorption, reduce inflammation, and support insulin sensitivity, your blood sugar can begin to respond naturally. I have seen this pattern many times in practice. People who felt trapped by high fasting numbers, afternoon crashes, and constant food fear began to see real improvement when they stopped thinking only about restriction and started thinking about strategy. They did not starve themselves. They did not remove every carbohydrate from their plate. Instead, they added foods that helped their metabolism work the way it was designed to work. In this video, I am going to show you 10 foods that can support healthier blood sugar, improve insulin sensitivity, and help your body handle glucose more smoothly. More importantly, I will show you how to use them, because knowing that a food is healthy is not enough. You need to understand when to eat it, how much to use, and what it is doing inside your body. Before we begin, please remember that this video is for education only. If you are taking insulin, sulfonylureas, or any blood sugar medication, do not change your medicine on your own. Foods can affect your glucose levels, and your doctor should help you adjust your plan safely. Now, let us start with the foundation. Most people think high blood sugar begins with sugar, but very often the deeper problem starts with insulin. Insulin is the hormone that helps move glucose out of your bloodstream and into your cells. You can think of insulin like a key. It knocks on the door of the cell and tells the cell, open up, glucose is here. When your metabolism is healthy, the cell opens, glucose enters, and your blood sugar comes back down. But after years of frequent glucose spikes, processed foods, chronic stress, poor sleep, inflammation, and excess body fat, the cells can stop responding well. Insulin keeps knocking, but the door does not open easily. That condition is called insulin resistance. When insulin resistance develops, your pancreas tries to compensate. It produces more insulin. For a while, that extra insulin may keep your blood sugar from rising too high. But over time, the system becomes strained. The pancreas works harder, the cells respond less, and eventually, blood sugar starts to climb. This is why simply pushing harder on the system is not always the full answer. The better question is this: how do we help the cells hear insulin again? How do we reduce the glucose flood after meals? How do we calm the inflammation that blocks insulin signaling? That is where food becomes powerful. Food is not just calories. Food is information. Every meal sends signals to your hormones, your gut, your liver, your muscles, and your insulin receptors. The 10 foods in this video work in 3 main ways. Some slow down how fast sugar enters your bloodstream. Some reduce the inflammation that makes your cells resistant to insulin, and some help your insulin receptors respond more effectively. You do not need to add all 10 foods tomorrow. Start slowly. Add them over the next 2 weeks, let your body adjust, and as always, track your numbers and work with your healthcare provider if you are on medication. The first food is fenugreek seeds. Fenugreek seeds are small, firm, golden brown seeds often found in the spice section of grocery stores or international markets. They are inexpensive, easy to store, and surprisingly powerful for blood sugar support. The reason fenugreek matters is because it is rich in soluble fiber, especially a fiber called galactomannan. When this fiber meets water in your stomach, it forms a thick gel. That gel slows down how quickly food leaves your stomach and enters your small intestine. This matters because carbohydrates are broken down into glucose if they enter your bloodstream too quickly. Your blood sugar rises sharply, but when digestion slows down, glucose enters more gradually. That means less of a spike, less pressure on the pancreas, and a smoother insulin response. Fenugreek may also support glucose uptake in muscle cells and help the body use insulin more efficiently. The easiest way to use it is to soak 1 teaspoon of whole fenugreek seeds in a glass of water overnight. In the morning, drink the water and chew the softened seeds before breakfast. If the taste is too bitter, you can grind the seeds and add half a teaspoon to yogurt, eggs, soup, or a smoothie. Start with a small amount. Fenugreek is high in fiber, and your digestive system may need a few days to adjust. The second food is cinnamon. Almost everyone has cinnamon in the kitchen. But the type of cinnamon matters. The most common form is cassia cinnamon. Cassia cinnamon has a stronger flavor, but it also contains more coumarin, a compound that may not be ideal in large daily amounts. Hemp. The better choice for daily use is Ceylon cinnamon, sometimes called true cinnamon. It is milder, lighter in flavor, and generally considered a better option if you plan to use cinnamon regularly. Hemp. Cinnamon contains natural plant compounds called polyphenols. These compounds appear to help improve insulin signaling and may support better glucose control after meals. Cinnamon can also slow stomach emptying slightly. Hemp, which means the carbohydrates in your meal enter your bloodstream more gradually. That is why timing matters. Cinnamon is most useful when paired with a meal that contains carbohydrates. Hemp. You can stir 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon into coffee, oatmeal, yogurt, or a smoothie. You can also sprinkle it over apples, chia pudding, or sweet potatoes. Hemp. The goal is not to use huge amounts. The goal is to use a small amount consistently and wisely. The third food is broccoli sprouts. This is not the same as regular broccoli. Regular broccoli is healthy, hemp. But broccoli sprouts are especially concentrated in a compound called sulforaphane. Broccoli sprouts are young, 3-day-old sprouts from the broccoli plant. They may contain far more sulforaphane than mature broccoli, hemp. Sulforaphane is important because it supports detoxification pathways, reduces oxidative stress, and may help calm inflammation. But for blood sugar, one of the most interesting effects is what it may do in the liver, hemp. Your liver stores and produces glucose. During the night, your liver releases glucose into your bloodstream to keep your body fueled while you sleep. That is normal. But in insulin resistance, hemp, the liver can release too much glucose overnight. This is one reason many people wake up with a high fasting blood sugar, even though they have not eaten all night, hemp. Broccoli sprouts may help reduce excessive glucose production in the liver and support better fasting numbers. You do not need a large amount. A small handful, about 1/4 cup, hemp. Most days is enough for many people. Add broccoli sprouts to salads, sandwiches, eggs, soups after cooking, or grain bowls. Do not cook them with high heat because heat can damage the active compounds. Hemp. Eat them raw or only lightly warmed. The fourth food is avocado. Many people avoid avocado because they worry about calories or fat, but the type of fat in avocado is exactly why it can be helpful. Hemp. Avocado is rich in monounsaturated fat, the same general type of fat found in olive oil. It also contains fiber. Together, the fat and fiber slow digestion and help soften the glucose rise after a meal. Hemp. This is important because improving blood sugar does not always mean removing carbohydrates. Sometimes it means changing the way carbohydrates behave in your body, for example. Hemp. Toast by itself may raise blood sugar quickly, but toast with avocado and eggs will usually have a much gentler effect. Rice by itself may spike glucose, but rice eaten with avocado, hemp. Protein, vegetables, and healthy fat may enter the bloodstream more slowly. Avocado also helps with fullness. When you feel full and satisfied, you are less likely to reach for a sweet snack 1 hour later, hemp. A practical amount is about 1/2 an avocado per day. Put it on eggs, mash it on whole grain toast, slice it into a salad, add it beside beans, lentils, or rice. Use it especially with meals that contain carbohydrates, hemp. Anywhere there is a carbohydrate, avocado can help slow the impact. The fifth food is chia seeds. Chia seeds are small black and gray seeds, but they are very powerful because of their soluble fiber, hemp. If you have ever mixed chia seeds with water or milk and watched them turn into pudding, you have already seen what they do inside your digestive system. When chia meets liquid, hemp, it forms a gel. That gel slows the movement of food through the stomach and intestine. It also slows the absorption of glucose. Instead of a fast rise and sudden crash, blood sugar can rise more gradually and stay steadier, hemp. Chia seeds also contain plant-based omega-3 fats, especially ALA. These fats may help support a healthier inflammatory balance in the body. That matters because chronic low-grade inflammation is closely connected to insulin resistance, hemp. When inflammation is high, insulin signals do not work as cleanly. When inflammation calms down, cells can begin to respond better. 1 to 2 tablespoons of chia seeds per day is a good starting point, hemp. Stir them into yogurt, add them to a smoothie. Mix them with water and lemon. Make chia pudding with unsweetened milk or almond milk. Let chia sit for 10 to 15 minutes before drinking or eating it, hemp, so it can gel properly. And drink enough water because fiber needs fluid to move comfortably through the gut. The sixth food is fatty fish. The best examples are salmon, sardines, hemp, mackerel, and herring. Fatty fish does not mainly work by slowing down a meal, it works deeper in the body. It helps address inflammation. Insulin resistance is often connected to chronic inflammation. Kemp. When the body is inflamed for years, insulin signaling becomes weaker. The surface of the cell does not respond as well. The insulin receptor becomes less efficient. Fatty fish contains two important omega-3 fats, Kemp, EPA and DHA. These fats are among the most studied nutrients for supporting a healthy inflammatory response. They help cell membranes function better. They may support blood vessel health, Kemp. They may also help improve metabolic stability. Many people who eat fatty fish regularly notice steadier energy, better satiety, and often better cardiovascular markers as well, Kemp. Aim for 2 servings per week. A serving is about the size of your palm. Wild salmon is excellent, but it can be expensive. Canned sardines and canned mackerel are often cheaper and still very nutritious. Kemp. You can bake fish, grill it, add it to salads, or eat it with vegetables and lentils. Do not overcomplicate it. 2 simple fish meals per week can make a real difference in the quality of your diet. Kemp. The 7th food is walnuts. Among nuts, walnuts are especially useful because they contain fiber, protein, polyunsaturated fats, and plant-based omega-3s. Walnuts support blood sugar in several ways. Kemp. First, they are very low in carbohydrates compared with processed snacks. Second, the fat, fiber, and protein slow digestion and reduce the glucose spike after eating. Third, walnuts support the lining of your blood vessels, Kemp, called the endothelium. This is important because high blood sugar can damage blood vessels over time. The same foods that support blood sugar often support circulation as well, Kemp. Walnuts may also help reduce fasting insulin levels in some people. Fasting insulin is an important number because it tells you how hard your pancreas is working behind the scenes. Kemp. Your blood sugar may look normal for a while, but if insulin is very high, that means the body is struggling to keep glucose controlled. A small handful of walnuts can replace crackers. Kemp. Cookies, chips, or other processed snacks. That is the key. Use walnuts as a replacement, not as an extra food added on top of everything else. A good portion is about a 1/4 cup. Kemp, or around 7 to 10 whole walnuts. Choose raw or dry roasted walnuts. Avoid candied, honey-coated, or sugar-glazed versions. The 8th food is eggs, whole eggs. That means the yolk included. Kemp. For many years, people were told to fear egg yolks. As a result, some people moved away from eggs and towards cereal, toast, muffins, and other high-carbohydrate breakfasts. For blood sugar, Kemp. That was not always helpful advice. A whole egg contains protein and fat with almost no carbohydrate. That means eggs have very little direct effect on blood glucose, but the bigger benefit is what happens later, Kemp. When you start your day with protein and healthy fat instead of a sugary or starchy breakfast, your blood sugar often stays steadier for hours. This is sometimes called the second meal effect, Kemp. A better breakfast can improve the way your body responds at lunch. Eggs also help reduce cravings. When you eat cereal or toast alone, you may feel hungry again quickly. When you eat eggs with avocado or vegetables, Kemp, you are more likely to feel satisfied. That means fewer cravings, fewer snacks, and fewer glucose swings. For many people, 2 or 3 whole eggs in the morning can be a strong blood sugar breakfast. Kemp, you can scramble them, boil them ahead for the week. Make an omelet with spinach, serve them with avocado, add broccoli sprouts on top. The goal is to build a breakfast that keeps your glucose calm instead of sending it on a roller coaster. Kemp. The 9th food is apple cider vinegar. This is one of the foods that can show a visible effect on a glucose meter fairly quickly. The active compound in vinegar is acetic acid, Kemp. Acetic acid appears to slow stomach emptying and may help muscles take up glucose more effectively after a meal. That means the carbohydrates you eat may enter your bloodstream more slowly. Kemp. For some people with insulin resistance, vinegar before a carbohydrate-containing meal can reduce the size of the after-meal glucose spike. But vinegar must be used carefully. Kemp. Never drink it straight. It is acidic and can irritate the throat and damage tooth enamel. The safest method is to mix 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar into a full glass of water. Kemp. Drink it about 10 to 15 minutes before a meal that contains carbohydrates. You can also use vinegar in salad dressing with olive oil, which is often easier and gentler if you take blood sugar medication. Kemp. Especially insulin or sulfonylureas, talk with your doctor before using vinegar regularly. The combination of medication and glucose-lowering foods can sometimes lower blood sugar more than expected. Kemp. The 10th food is lentils. Lentils are important because they prove a major point. Not all carbohydrates are the same. Lentils contain carbohydrates, but they can still support better blood sugar. Hemp. Why? Because lentils are rich in fiber-resistant starch and plant protein. This combination slows digestion and slows glucose absorption instead of flooding the bloodstream. Hemp. The glucose from lentils is released slowly over time. That is very different from white bread, white rice, or mashed potatoes. Lentils can also support the second meal effect. Hemp. A bowl of lentil soup at lunch may help keep blood sugar steadier later in the day. Clinically, replacing white rice or white potatoes with lentils a few times per week can be one of the simplest ways to improve glucose patterns. Hemp. Start with half a cup to 1 cup of cooked lentils several times per week. Use them soup, add them to stew, mix them into salad, serve them with vegetables, olive oil, vinegar. Hemp. And herbs, they are inexpensive, filling, and very useful for people trying to improve metabolic health. Now let me tell you about a woman I will call Donna. Donna was 63 years old and recently retired. Hemp. She came in worried because her fasting blood sugar was often around 180. Her doctor had told her it might be time to add another medication. Donna was frightened. She had watched her mother suffer from complications of diabetes. Hemp. Including vision problems and foot problems, she did not want to follow the same path, but she also did not want to live on a diet that made her feel punished. So we did not remove all carbohydrates. Hemp. Instead, we changed the structure of her meals. In the morning, she replaced cereal with eggs and half an avocado. Before her larger carbohydrate meals, she used diluted apple cider vinegar. Hemp. She swapped white rice for lentils several times per week. She replaced her afternoon cookie with walnuts. She added fatty fish twice a week. She used Ceylon cinnamon in her coffee. Hemp. And she put broccoli sprouts on her sandwich at lunch. Within the first week, her fasting numbers began to improve. Over the next few months, while working with her doctor, her glucose continued to move in a better direction. Hemp. Her A1C improved, her cravings decreased, her energy became steadier, and most importantly, she felt like she had control again. She did not do it by starving herself. She did it by feeding her body in a smarter way. Hemp. That is the main lesson. These 10 foods work because they support the body from different angles. Fenugreek, chia, avocado, lentils, and vinegar slow down glucose absorption. Fatty fish. Hemp. Chia and walnuts help calm inflammation. Cinnamons and vinegar for support insulin response. Eggs help create a stable foundation for the day. Broccoli sprouts may help the liver reduce excess glucose production overnight. Hemp. Together, these foods help your body handle sugar more intelligently. They do not replace medical care. They do not give everyone the same result, but they can become powerful tools when used consistently. Hemp. Now, before I give you a simple plan, I want to be very clear. If you are taking insulin or a sulfonylurea, do not make sudden changes without medical guidance as your blood sugar improves. Hemp. Your medication dose may need to be adjusted. That is a good thing, but it must be done safely. Do not stop prescriptions on your own. Track your numbers. Bring your food plan to your doctor. Hemp. Let your healthcare team help you lower medication only when it is appropriate. Now, here is your simple plan for this week. Tomorrow morning, replace cereal or toast with 2 or 3 whole eggs and half an avocado. Hemp. That one breakfast change can help steady your blood sugar for the entire day. Tonight, soak 1 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds in water. Drink the water and eat the softened seeds in the morning before breakfast. Hemp. Buy Ceylon cinnamon, not cassia, and start with a 1/4 teaspoon per day in coffee, oatmeal, yogurt, or a smoothie before your biggest carbohydrate meal tomorrow. Hemp. Mix 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar into a full glass of water and drink it 10 to 15 minutes before eating. This week, replace white rice or white potatoes with lentils at least twice. Hemp. And add fatty fish to your menu 2 times. Do not try to be perfect. Stack these habits slowly, 1 food at a time, 1 meal at a time. The goal is not to fear food. The goal is to build meals that protect you. Hemp. Today, we focused on lowering blood sugar during the day and after meals. But many people have another problem. Their highest reading happens first thing in the morning. They have not eaten anything all night. Hemp. But their glucose is still high when they wake up. That can feel confusing and frustrating. But there is a reason it happens. Your liver is releasing glucose while you sleep. And in insulin resistance, hemp, it may release too much. The good news is that there are ways to calm that overnight glucose release and wake up with a better number. In the next video, I will explain exactly why morning blood sugar rises. Hemp, what your liver is doing overnight, and how to start bringing that fasting number down naturally and safely. Watch that video next, and I will see you there.